Greetings, traveler.
All right, chat. Look at that match history. First. We have a double greater trinket, so basically everyone gets souvenir stand, and we are in a Mech Murloc Pirate Quilboar Undead lobby, and Zorgo is choosing his hero. He's considering Eudora. With Eudora, I guess you want to look at the 4s, because you're generally digging for a 4. Murloc in as well is kind of nice for Skipper, because then turn 1 you could cycle Skipper hero power. If you get it, of course. Oh, basically Skipper, right? Yeah, better than Skipper because it can turn into Skipper. Nice. So that helps a lot, getting the turn 1 dig. That means that on turn 2, he can level sell his minion and hero power, or he can just stay, buy a minion and hero power. Either way, it's way better than if he has to just dig and, you know, hold a spell or whatever, because that means that he cannot level next turn anyway, unless it's coin. So coin or a way to get a minion and dig turn 1, very good. So level and dig is pretty standard, but there is oh, he's freezing here. Oh, because he's holding the busker, so he will have an extra okay, I like this. So the busker actually opens up the curve really nicely, because he dug right now, that's his second dig. He freezes banana because it's a 1-cost spell, so next turn he can level for 3, buy the 1-cost spell and hero power. Then he plays busker, and that means a turn after that he can level to tier 3 and still have a gold left over from the busker to hero power. So you can tell that he's probably done this before, because he went into that line rather quickly, where he's like, oh, okay, sure, we're doing that. He gets Skipper, but I don't think that really opens anything up, right? Yeah. Plop, plop, plop. And then next turn he can drop the bananas on the 4-drop he's getting from the discovery. It's like with Eudora, you don't even assume you're getting a good golden. It's pretty much just, I get a triple reward, and sometimes my golden does something. So next turn you could get pleasantly surprised, or you could get a golden, you know, Trog or Lullabot or whatever. So I've got that extra gold, level hero power, and now we hope we get something good. Like, it's a nice shop, yeah. Oh my, that is cheating, bro. Okay. I mean, I think I just go Geist because you have so much undead support already. It's kind of silly. That is not a glorified coin. A golden devastator is straight up cheating. It's like one of the best 3-drops right now, I would say. At least in terms of providing tempo, it's kind of ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, now adding any type of undead token is going to do like a crazy amount of work. Because that Devastator could actually hit twice if he's fighting someone with a lot of minions, right? Oh, not even here. He could just get it. 17 attack on that already, but he did play bananas. But he has +4 on all the undead now. From 8 to 10, just do whatever I did in the 8K video and do it better. Like, really, you do not have to reinvent the wheel with Battlegrounds. Like, the skills that get you to 8K, very often, you just need to do them better to go to 10K. Like, watch that video again and then say, am I doing all of these things perfectly? And I will guarantee you the answer is no. So there's a lot of room for improvement there. The shop is weird. Yeah, you have like cycle scout to try and get the skeleton, right? And then you have the 4/4 and the old soul. Okay, he's actually just gonna do that. Okay, cool. Interesting. Then the second dig. Oh, right. He is going second dig. Of course. Yeah, I haven't played Eudora in a little bit, but going for 2 golden minions is like the standard play on Eudora. That's probably going to line up with him being able to take a 6-drop. So already having the Devastator, he's probably going to want Striker, or if he already has the Butchering minion, then he might want to get a Belinda from a second golden unit. Either way, this is just kind of disgusting. Makes sense. You'll check it again. Hey, good luck. But yeah, very often it's just fundamentals, because you can learn fancy new tricks every week, but just doing the fundamentals better and better in a lot of skill sets is just going to be better than trying to do the flashy stuff. S tier on the Scourge, Avenge 5, give a random undead reborn. Yeah, I think I would rather just go for a 0-cost one here, and Souvenir Stand is the greediest one, and whenever I'm in a good position, I love to just go for the greediest pick. So Chef and Undead, and then sell the Pirate to dig. Oh, okay, that was really strong too. Like, he deals so much damage with that. Are watching Zorgo or XQN? We're watching Zorgo. I've stopped watching XQN for now. It's too confusing as long as he's on that account, so. We'll probably watch some XQN games when he's back on a different server. All right, get the tie. The old soul is milking. Very good, very good. This has just been like a classic Eudora amazing start. The level and dig is very expensive. Yeah, I like just the plague guy. We have the hero power too, right? Okay, level. What are we selling? Are we just not digging? Oh, he's thinking, do I sell the Geist? Wow. So he was looking at the plague and the oil to offset a little bit that he didn't level. But yeah, when you are strong, not leveling always does feel like a crime. I mean, I think we can just sell the 18 and 1 and keep our Geist. You've got a triple potentially coming off that 1 drop though. Your old soul is triggering this turn, so it's going to be 2 6 drops next turn. Yeah, it's turn 8, so he gets his second dig. That's my biggest ranking ever. 15 something. That was like rank 7 and rank 9 in Europe. Those are my 2 seasons when I played for leaderboards. Yeah, he's still thinking what he sells here for hero power. Okay. Nice, we got there. Man, this board is not strong at all. This is kind of lucky. This is really, really cool. Because when you level there and you have to sell something to level, you sell the 4/4, okay, no biggie. But then you also have to sell an 18 and 1 to dig. But this is like a phenomenal start now. He's also got Souvenir Stand, by the way, so he's going to get 3 of the same trinkets. Yeah, so next turn is an insane power spike turn. Yeah, Weaver seems fine. And he's not leveling first, right? He is. The disrespect is off the charts. Okay, I mean, I guess you are a monster. Why not? I kind of like selling the Rugog for the spell here because you got the thing anyway, right? I guess he's looking at his trinket selection, right? He doesn't want to get Menagerie or so maybe you want to sell the Rugog for that. Let's see. Yeah, he sold it. Okay. This is something that I do see the high level players do that sometimes I miss. Is when the greater trinket is about to proc and they have a chance to level, they very often level because they do not want to spend money on minions when they don't know what their greater trinket is going to want them to do. And especially in Zorgo's case, he's getting 3 of the same trinket, so it's actually very important that he plays around that trinket, or that at the very least the trinket is supportive of what he wants to do in the game. So if he spends 10 gold on tier 5 now buying stuff, he doesn't really know yet what's happening. Him being in the spot where he can level, he's on 41, right? So can definitely do that. He's also reasonably strong, but there's a blaster. That's a bit of a counter. So a bit unfortunate. Triple trinket? Yes, triple trinket happening. Okay, not taking the full 10. Sorry, 15, right? We're on turn 8. So he takes 8, that's super fine. He's still above 30, he's a very good spot here. So now he gets his triple trinket, and then he gets to spend whatever money he has left on tier 6. But that Devastator has done so much work. Apple Typewriter is funny, you get 4 of the same thing. 3 butchering per turn. The 3 golden tier 7s is hilarious, but it's way too slow. Death Touch Apple means he gets 9 extra Reborns. 9? Dude, that's like a whole extra board. If you can somehow get a Reborn Leroy, if you play Lich King and you have this trinket set up, you can Reborn your Leroy 9 times. That's so insane. Okay, not going for the KT, not trying to get more units that way. I guess he needs a Reborn really badly. Whoa, we're not buying that? Okay, I was gonna be like crazy, bro, because he's on 33, but buying a single Reborn unit, at least if it's undead and it has all the undead damage, that's... Oh, he has a Reborn on the board. Oh, never mind. He has a Reborn on the board. Okay, I can see why he was hesitating. The idea here is that his 3 greater trinkets do nothing if he doesn't have at least 1 Reborn on the board. Now, people can run Sindore and then you're also kind of screwed. So I do like adding that second Reborn unit. And we're just going to sell our Geist to fit an Eternal Knight. That seems fine. Triple Soul Fermenter. So Soul Fermenter would proc, summon some stuff, and then you would kill that stuff. I'm not sure if Soul Fermenter is actually that synergistic then, right? You thought Apple is only undead, so Reborn Leroy wouldn't work. Oh, is Apple only undead? Yeah, that shows you how often I picked that trinket. That shows you how often I picked that trinket. That's fine. They probably foresaw that's kind of abuse, because Blizzard would never let somebody Reborn a Leroy 9 times in one fight, right? Definitely not. There's no minion on this board that could ever do that, right, chat? That's still kind of crazy to me, man. Oh, I guess the Reborns work really well with the Eternal Knight. Sorgo's sub alert is so funny. He actually has a roach costume. The Taunt Reborn is actually just very powerful. Because it's just going to keep protecting this Tycoon. Yeah, I think Infinite Knights is probably a really good direction from here because the Taunt Reborn will keep him so safe. Apple reborns something that just reborned. So basically, if it loses Reborn, it regains Reborn. So it'll do that 9 times because he has 3 of them. So that's why it is so much fun, because this is just something that doesn't really happen. You don't really see people having 3 of the same Greater Trinket very often. So what is his biggest hit here? I guess... Sorry. I guess trying to make more knights with Kel'Thuzad now, like reborn our dude. Okay, so he's selling things that he doesn't want to eat the reborn, and he also needs to sell to play Cadaver to triple, I guess. Yeah, so he can do that now for reborn. So he's gonna keep that. Sure, that's fine. Yep, gets a triple here. Sandori be a big counter. I mean, yeah, Sandori is annoying against undead. That's why he doesn't want just the one reborn. The one reborn would be annoying. We're buying the spell here because we have the Weaver, I'm guessing. Yeah. Okay, so this is quite interesting. It might not seem like a very big deal, but for me, it's very cool to see him evaluate when it is worth to just buy those cheap spells and when that wouldn't really do enough anymore. This is like, I would almost call it a little bit the like bro science in Battlegrounds, where you need to really estimate. We're like, well, now it's worth it, now it's no longer worth it, because obviously if you spend every turn the whole game just buying 1 and 2 cost spells with your Weaver, you will fall behind because you will not really have an engine to help you out. So Zorgo then estimating, like, is like, I think I need like 8 more damage here. All right. it's very hard for me to do that. So while it might not really look like much, it's quite interesting to see him spend, you know, like 3, 4, 5 gold this turn, putting that towards some extra damage on his undead. Titus rolled away. Yeah, I don't think Titus really works in this spot. He has the Butcher minion. So the Butcher minion, for instance, is like an easier way to add more damage to your board. Like, you don't have to spend so much gold from the shop. 3 apples is funny. Yeah. This is... They didn't even all proc yet, right? Like, he had some left there, I think. So the summoner also just gives him so many knights. And I guess pumping up his knights is pretty good if he's looking to go into the Eternal Knight stuff. Alright, switch hero power. Probably Snake Eyes. Yeah. Bonk. We'll go for another striker. Takes the reborn. Yeah, I think we are looking to get into the, I guess, like Kel'Thuzad to make more Eternal Knights. That's what I would be thinking here, because I have a good setup for it with my apple. The apple can essentially provide me many bodies to get the Avenge trigger. Are we playing the second striker? Feels like we're holding it, right? 1 second, guys. Sorry, I had a short night, not that much sleep, so it's gonna be a second cup of coffee day before the duos with RDU. That is a very large Ravager. We have 99.8 to win. That goes to show just how nasty this board is, chat. It's like the infinite taunt, right? Infinite taunt minion. Okay, the attack immediately does go before the reborn on the taunt. Look. The striker is also just milking so well. Oh, this is fun, man. Oh, okay, well, sorry, I jinxed it. The opponent was like, the striker is milking, eh? Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Alright. Punk, 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 punk. Is he finally through all his apples? He is, okay. The opponent has low HP. Well, that Ravager has really high HP. Like, and also double powder keg, right? He has actually quite a few tokens too. He's got 6 tokens on his board. And we have 100% to beat him. That feels pretty bad if you're the scenarios. Okay, so damage cap is off. The game is progressing quite quickly here. I don't think we're gonna have that much time to get like the full Infinite Knight setup. Yeah, still just buying the 1-cost spells. I mean, back-to-back is okay as well. Plays a little bit around people playing a lot of blasters and stuff. Because that is a counter people do against undead. There's Belinda for more butchering value. Yeah, I mean, you need damage, so... The thing is, we are going into the top 4 fights, so... Keeping the Belinda on the board is tough. Maybe she's just gonna replace the Weaver. Nope. Killing off our Taunt Reborn, because we have another one in the hand. Okay, that's fair. Taunt on Belinda could be okay. Would help a little bit with the ordering. Then again, the Taunt Reborn technically just means that the Belinda gets to it, the suicide, right? Have you guys played Duo already? No, it's gonna be in like an hour and 15 minutes. It gained Reborn from the apples. Oh, right. He needs to be careful that he doesn't consume the apples in the tavern phase. Because he has 9 for the turn. So if he triggers apples, he gets 1 fewer in the combat. Oh, okay, wow. Talk about a shop here. Holy shit. There's a second butcher, there's a triple on the striker, there's a triple on the hand, and there's a butchering spell in the shop. Bro. 69% to beat max. That must be a good omen. That's a bug for sure. I don't think it's a bug. Embalmer triggers in combat and triggers in chopping phase, right? Why would it... I mean, basically explain to me why it's a bug. Help me understand. Wouldn't it be better to put the hand in front instead of the 1-drop? Well, the hand will not reborn, right? Because the hand will have a death rattle. The trinket says 3 times per combat. We'd have to read the trinket. If it says 3 times per combat, then yeah, it's a bug. But I don't think it specifies per combat. I mean, that's very easy solvable, right? You can just go on the website and read it. Okay. To delay attacks into the 1-drop. Well, he's gonna lose value. I think I would actually be happy to just trade my Taunt Reborn 1-drop 9 times, because if it goes off 9 times, it means I've already farmed 3 butchers. I have 2 procs on my striker, and I have 2 procs on my Eternal Knight. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. I think that's fine. Okay, he's getting very high damage here. Man, I wish he could get more Eternal Summoner on this board. We have one in the hand, so... Okay, now that he has board space, we can trigger this thing. That's so beautiful. Does he hold 1 butchering to try and kill something for a reborn? I don't think so, right? Yeah. Dude, that's good damage. He had some spell power from the early game with Geist. It's fine. Let's take it if he sells anything. I don't think so. Pop, 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 pop. He's not losing any reborns, right? Hasn't lost any reborns yet, I think. No. Sure, mycologist. But Taunt Reborn is back. Now we play our second Eternal Knight. Yeah, you have to just sell it for board space, I would say. Not a reborn for our Eternal Summoner. Not Summoner, Tycoon. After a friendly undead is reborn, give it reborn 3 times per combat. If it specifies combat, then yeah. Is there an obvious reason why it wouldn't be a bug then? 3 times per combat. Yeah, it should say 3 times per turn if it can also proc during your turn, right? I think that's... Yeah, I would say that's not... That is not really... it's at the very least bait. Yeah. Blizzard just bullying noobs, unfortunately. I have that a lot where I read something and be like, oh, this card will do this, right? And I'm like, not quite. Not quite. Man, we have 100% here. He's just going to town on this. This is so much stronger than it looks initially. So you don't even need to go for infinite Eternal Night. He just has 2 and it's already destroying. You just need to have enough undead damage. So that seems to be it, right? Where you really want to prioritize this butchering minion. He navigated through this mid game, or I guess you could call it early, late game, where he was just picking up those 1-cost spells with his Weaver to have just enough damage to be relevant. Then he got there. Okay, butchering is being sold because we're all-inning now. The butchering is putting spells in our hands, which is bad because we want to keep maximum hand space for our striker. So if you need to be on full strength, you need to either put your butchering first to kill it off quickly, or you just need to sell it. And seeing as Zorgo needs butchering targets, it seems perfectly fine to do that. All right, we have Reborn on a lot of stuff. We could have gone for Golden Knight, but I don't think that's better than 2 separate knights. Like, he had Grave Robber here, but I don't really like that. And Bomber that says per turn resets between combat and shopping. It doesn't reset between shopping and combat, I think, right? But it resets after combat into shopping, because combat is the end of the turn. Start of turn is when you're going into your shop. Is that an unpenetrable fortress for that comp? Well, there is Sindore, and you can run it out of steam eventually. Holy, what a mismatch. Actually, this guy also is stronger than he looks because he has double powdered keg. Yeah. First, I look at his board and I was like, oh, this guy is super weak. Now, we do counter his board because we have so many summons. But if people just have Sindore and the taunt is gone, it makes the comp less valuable, but still, everything else is Reborn too, so... yeah. Oof. Pretty good. Yeah, this double powder cake thing could be really good into a stat comp. But in a mech undead lobby, it's, I guess, not really the pick. There's too much chance that people will just have a lot of tokens. Man, this was very chill. I'm gonna have to be more on the lookout for this apple pick. Now, obviously 3 won't really happen very often, but 2 can happen, right? So next time I have like Souvenir Stand or this Anomaly, I'm gonna give the apple a little bit more weight. Seems pretty good.